Hi, so back expansion. This is so important, and really some of these exercises should be part of your maintenance program. So even after you've healed your diastasis and you've moved on to more exercises and things, you should still think about doing some of these breathing exercises every so often, because our daily activities will change how our ribs and our breathing work. So if we are constantly driving, leaning on one side, constantly holding a child, even just going back to work and sitting at your desk all day will change your breathing patterns. So always be conscious of what you're doing and check it out. Sometimes you may just find that you need to do some of these exercises before you start exercising to get yourself breathing right again. So back expansion, my all-time favorite one is the full squat breathing, which is what we're going to go into first, but I will also show you a couple of alternatives for that. The other one is that side lying breathing. So I know we were working on our rib mobility, so even standing you can do this. So let's just say you're finding that this side's not working quite so well. We can be breathing down and doing a good exhale, holding it down, and then really concentrate on breathing into this side. So what that will do is it will open up, because when one rib's flared, either flat or out, the other side of your back has to tighten to balance things up. So if you flare it that way, your back is going to tighten to be able to bring you back in line. So sometimes that side lying breathing is what you need for getting that back expansion too, especially if you're slightly off. So you have that lateral shift happening that you need to work on. The full squat, you need to get something that's low to the ground. So this could be the bottom of a couch, the bottom of a pole for the stair rail, the bottom of your bedpost, or I have a really heavy weight. Now you need to be able to trust it, because you're going to pull all your weight back onto it, so it needs to be pretty heavy if you're using a weight. But it does need to be low to the ground. So one of the most common errors I see with this is people trying to hold something up here and going down into this squat. No, it needs to be right to the ground for what you're going to hold on to. We're going to allow ourselves to pull back into a full squat position. Our knees are going to be together and ankles together, and what we're trying to do is press our abdomen against our legs. And what that's going to do is that pressure where your abdomen's going to be right squished in against your legs here is going to force our air into the back, because you can't go anywhere. Your belly can't go out, so it needs to go out to the side and out to the back, because that's what we're forcing. Okay, so let's give this a go. So find whatever you're using. Again, remember, feet together, but we're going to hip hinge. So make sure you hinge at the hip, extend your glutes, so don't squeeze them. What will happen if you squeeze your glutes is you'll get this rounding of your back, okay? And we don't want that, because that's going to put pressure on your pelvic floor, and it's going to put pressure on your back. So nice long glutes, stick it out, hip hinge, grab whatever you're going down for with that's heavy, and then allow yourself to come all the way back. Wrap your arms around your knees, head down onto your knees, and just breathe here. Try 5 really good inhales. And out. And inhale. Out. Should really feel it in your back. So keep going, and I'll show you some alternatives. So you really should feel that in that back. Now for some people, your knees might not be able to do a full squat. Also, some people find that it's really restrictive on their breathing because they have no expansion in their back. So they're not ready to really squish down yet. So if you're like that, grab something low to the ground, your foam roller, a yoga block, a kid's stool, anything like that. And I want you to sit on it, okay? And I'm going to try and do this without falling backwards. Now, if you have a look, because I'm low to the ground, I'm still in this kind of squat position. And if I keep my back neutral and lean forward, I'm now squishing my belly in that full squat position. Tuck my head or my chin in, so I've got a nice long neck. And then breathe here. In and out. And again. And out. It's not quite as effective as a full squat in the positioning to help release your hip flexors and everything, but it will still help you get that back expansion. Now, if you don't have something low enough, get a small stool and then put your feet up on like a yoga block or something to bring them in. So you're aiming for this position, that full squat position with that neutral spine. Okay. Now, another exercise that you can do to help with that back expansion is to grab a fitness ball or a bench if you have a weights bench at home, or a small stool that doesn't have the arms that you can lay over. And we can do what's called the drape exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay over it like this and just hang out here for a wee while. And do some really good deep breathing here. Now this is going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to expand out your back. You're squishing in your belly. And you're just breathing. This will expand out your vertebrae as well a lot more. So you're getting a bit of a rounded position. If your bench is high, so that you're not leaning over on this full round like this. And this is just about too high for me to get a full round. If your knees feel like they have to be up, put your knees on a block or something so that you can get this full expansion. You don't want to be sort of in this position here. So you need everything to be on top and relaxed down. Okay? And hang out in that position for a while. You'll find it stretches out your back nicely. It really helps you with that expansion into your back because your stomach's squished against this, and it will start just feeling really good, okay? So enjoy those exercises. Let me know which one you're doing, and if you have any questions, as always, just ask.